Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Utapatakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vidamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namahum Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhudale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prajarine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hari Om Tat Sat. So Hare Krishna, we welcome all the devotees for today's Bhagavad Gita class. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 14, text 22 to 25. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prakasham cha pravrittim cha moham yeva cha pandava na dveshti sampravrittani na nirvittani kankshati udasina vadasino gunaryo na vichalyate guna vartanda iti evam yo vadishtadi nenkade sama dukkha sukha swastha samalotasma kanchana tulya priya priyo dhiras tulya nindatma samstude mana pamana yos tulyas tulyo mitrari pakshayo sarvarambha parityagi gunatita sa uchyate. Okay, two slokas each. Okay, Sachi Mataji 2 sloka, Tarini Mataji 2 sloka, and Mayuri Mataji 2 sloka. Okay, so start with Sachi Mataji.
Only four shloka.
Only four sloka, okay, and then two of you. Oh, I thought two, okay, right. Or one each you can do. One each.
Yes. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prakasham cha pravrittim cha moham yeva cha pandava na dveshti sampravrittani na nivirtani kankshati.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Udasinavat anino gunaryo na visalyate gunavartanta ityevam yo latishtati tenkate.
Mayuri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Samma dukha sukha swastha loštashma kanchana tulya priya apriyo dhiras tulya nindatma sanstutihi.
Yes, Saraswati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Manapamanayo tulyas tulyo mitrari pakshayo sarvarambha parityagi gunatita sa uchyate.
Manapa manayos tulyas tulyo mitrari pakshayo sarvarambha parityagi gunatita sa uchyate. Okay, and translation Arun Prabhu, can you please?
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment and delusion when they are present or long for them when they disappear, who is unwavering and undisturbed through all these reactions of the material qualities, remaining neutral and transcendental, knowing that the modes alone are active, who is situated in the self and regards alike happiness and distress, who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, and a piece of gold with an equal eye, who is equal to the desirable and undesirable, who is steady, situated equally in praise and blame, honor and dishonor, who treats alike both friend and enemy, and who has renounced all material activities. Such a person is said to be transcendent the modes of nature.
Very good. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion when they are present or long for them when they disappear, who is unwavering and undisturbed through all these reactions of the material qualities, remaining neutral and transcendental, knowing that the modes alone are active, who is situated in the self and regards alike happiness and distress, who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, and a piece of gold with an equal eye, who is equal toward the desirable and the undesirable, who is steady, situated equally well in praise and blame, honor and dishonor, who treats alike both friend and enemy, and who has renounced all material activities. Such a person is said to have transcended the modes of nature. Okay. So Lord Krishna is telling, just like how we read in the 12th chapter, who is a devotee, who is having all these qualities now in different sloka. In 12th sloka also, 12th chapter also, Lord Krishna is telling that, the devotee should be equipoised in all circumstances, whether it is happiness or distress, cold or, hot, whatever it is, good or bad. So like that, here also, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, one who is above duality. So whatever mentioned here is all duality, opposites, isn't it? Stone and a piece of gold. Stone is just a worthless particle, okay? Gold is very costly, isn't it? And good and bad, cold and hot. These are all, opposites. These are all dualities. So one should be above these dualities, or one should be equal to all these situations. They should have the qualities of seeing above these mundane things. They should maintain equanimity, neutrality, whether we get happiness or distress. Because we know that happiness and distress comes because Lord Krishna has already told us that this is dukkhalayam asyashadam. So in a place full of miseries, how can you expect only happiness? Happiness is a gap, between two miseries. Okay, a fraction of a second or some amount of time. It's only fraction of second only we can say. Between two miseries. That is what we are hankering for. We are experiencing in this material world. This place is full of miseries. But sometimes, since we have done some sukritis in some lifetimes, we may experience some happiness. And that happiness is also temporary. It is not permanent. It's flickering happiness. It comes and goes. Immediately the misery is for. Why misery? Actually, we are 24 hours miserable only if you are not Krishna conscious. If you are not Krishna conscious, 24 hours miserable only. Isn't it? You take any activity, the so-called, you may, love husband or the wife or the children or parents, but from the loved ones also, we get miseries. We, undergo the miseries and we somehow tolerate that in the name of happiness, isn't it? You just analyze, you do a micro analysis. Even from the near and dear, each one of us gets miseries only. Maybe the presence of near and dear may give you some happiness, but more than happiness, what is happening? Aran Prabhu. This is from your old experience.
Prabhuji, we are talking about the near ones, huh? Who's sitting near?
No, that's why I'm asking Prabhu why Prabhu is asking only when I'm here.
I cannot say an open Prabhu.
It's an open,
Recorded version, Prabhu.
this is an open forum, right?
No, recorded version also, Prabhu.
Anyway, it's a known fact. Everything starts with some happiness, but after some time it brings miseries only. Even when you eat something, material, something very good dish that we like. If I give you that, for example, rasgulla, oh, you like it very much. Second time, second serving, yes. Third serving, and fourth serving, please do not, please stop it. So that brings miseries, even though initially it may give you some happiness. So you take anything like that. You take anything like, any, whether it may be eatable or relatives, or sometimes you don't like yourself. Forget about others. What to speak of others? So this is there because we know very well this place is full of miseries. You cannot expect permanent happiness in this place. So that's what, Krishna is telling. One should be equipoised. So who can be equipoised? Only a devotee can be equipped, because devotee very well knows that this place is like that. You cannot change the circumstances, but we can change our consciousness, a level of consciousness. We can rise from these three modes of material nature to the pure mode of goodness. So that is what we can do. The miseries will come and go. We cannot change the circumstances. We cannot change the situation. We cannot, make other people okay according to our taste. Can we do that? I cannot insist that the other person should behave the way I like it. Is it possible? It is not possible. He or she will behave in their particular way only. We have to adjust. If you want to avoid any miseries, we have to rise above the dualities. We have to accept that person as she is or as he is. That is how they are. They are all unique. Every one of us are unique. So that's why Krishna is telling a person who is above the three modes, who is above the duality of happiness and distress, good and bad, cold and hot, all these things, he can really be situated in Krishna consciousness in this material world. So one has to become a devotee. A devotee means who is above the three modes of material nature, a pure devotee. We are talking about the pure devotee. That's why he said, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion when they are present, or long for them when they disappear. Something good comes, we are too much elated. When a good news comes in the office, okay, now the company has, just, announced bonus to all the employees who have performed so much. Okay, we are very happy. What about those who are not getting bonus? They are dejected. They are too sad. Some staff are very happy. Some staff are dejected, isn't it? They are in sorrow. But whether we get or we don't get, we should be neutral. If you are getting, it is because we have done something that is there in our destiny. If you are not getting, that is also in our destiny. So we should be equipoised. But we react to it. Why he got it? Why not me? Then there'll be a fight, there'll be expectation, and our mental status, will go away. And we will be suffering from that. So this is what Krishna is telling. One has to come out of this duality. So that's why all this example is given. A person, lump of earth, who looks upon lump of earth, a stone, a piece of gold with equal eye. Okay, you know the story of Sanatana Goswami. You know the story of Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami was meditating in Vrindavan. Okay, and there was another person meditating for Lord Shiva to get some benediction. So Lord Shiva appeared in front of that person who worshipped Lord Shiva, asked, what boon do you want? Said, I want wealth. Okay, okay, no problem. Tathastu. I will give you one touchstone. It is there with the Sanatana Goswami who is meditating there. Go and ask him, he will give you the touchstone. Touchstone means, whatever it touches, it will become gold, something like that, that Paras money. Or maybe it produces so many pounds of gold. That's touchstone. So he was very happy. He went, approached Sanatana Goswami and told Lord Shiva, ask me to come to you because you have got Paras money. Please give me that. And then Sanatana Goswami said, no problem. So just see that bag, that garbage bag. I put that Paras money in that. Go and take it. So he very happily, ran and took that. And when he took that, he thought, if that is very, valuable, how is this Babaji kept in that garbage bin? So definitely, he must be having something more valuable than this. So I want that. I don't want to compromise for this small thing. If it is very valuable, he will not put this in the garbage bag, isn't it? So definitely this Babaji must be having something more valuable than. Then he again came and approached. I'm sure that you have discarded this in the dustbin. That means it's not that valuable. But you must be having something more valuable, which I want to get from you. Then Sanatana Goswami said, you really want it? Yes, I really want it, Babaji. Then he said, go and take bath and come. Throw this Paras money in the Yamuna and come. Go and take bath and come. Then I will give that, treasure to you. He called him. After he came, then he made him sit. Then he initiated him into Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is the, the wealthiest thing that he could give. Of course, by his presence, by his association, this person got purified and he could make out that what he got, the Paras money, is nothing in front of the Hare Krishna Mantra. Once there was, a pravachan going on, Radha Govind Swami Maharaj, somewhere in Bihar. So many years back. So some of the dacoits came, in the temple and came there to loot. So seeing Maharaj was sitting in a Vyasasana, he has this mala and he has the, chanting bang and everything. The dacoits said that this is the leader of this temple and he must be having the treasure. Then he said, he went and, with the pistol, with the gun point, asked Maharaj, जितना भी धन है पूरा दे दो, वही तो मैं दे रहा हूं, बैठ जाओ. He was doing pravachan. Okay, so he is giving that, that invaluable treasure of Srimad Bhagavatam. So he said, बैठ जाओ, वही तो मैं दे रहा हूं. Okay, I am giving the treasure. I heard somebody talking. So this is the treasure. All these material things are not the real treasure. It brings only miseries. We know the story of Samantaka jewel. You know the story of Samantaka jewel. Okay. What it brought? Only miseries to all of them. Isn't it? From sun god, who got it? What is his name? Purushottam Prabhu? Chatrajit. Okay. He lost it. Then he blamed Lord Krishna. All these things, and Lord Krishna went and it was given to Jambavan. Jambavan got it, and there was a fight between Jambavan and Lord Krishna, and later they got, and this thing Jambavati got Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna got Jambavati in that. So a lot of fighting, lot of problems, lot of misunderstanding was there just because of this. So like that. So wherever wealth is there, wherever material treasure is there, which will bring only miseries, nothing else. Let's see the purport. Arjuna submitted 3 different questions, and the Lord answers them one after another. In these verses, Krishna first indicates that a person transcendently situated has no envy and does not hanker for anything. Generally, in the material world, we are all envious of each other. isn't it? Generally speaking. But devotee is above that. If the other person is having more than me, I am envious. That is the general tendency in the material world. Outwardly, they may not show that, but inwardly, internally, there will be envy, isn't it? That is usually the trend in the material world. So Krishna first indicates that a person transcendently situated, a pure devotee, has no envy and does not hanker for anything. When a living entity stays in this material world, embodied by the material body, it is to be understood that is under the control of one of the three modes of material nature. So as I have explained to you in the early classes, that we are all bound by the three modes of material nature. Okay, so this binding is just not like the physical rope. We are not bound by the physical rope. We are bound by the subtle rope of gunas. Okay, that guna also has another meaning, that is rope. So with that gunas, that we are bound in this material world. We cannot go anywhere outside the material world. If we want to go outside the material world, we should be untied, we should be unbound. And who can unbind us? Who has a capacity to unbind us? Suppose my hands are tied. Can I make someone else free whose hands are also tied? No. So a person who are free can only unbind. Who is that? The Guru. The Guru. Only the Guru can. Because he is free. Why? Because he is not influenced within the three modes of material nature. He is above the three modes of material nature. He is free. His hands are not bound. So he can free us. So that's why we take shelter of Guru and Krishna. Krishna and his pure devotees are free. They are not bound in the material world. They are beyond the three modes of material nature. So we have to approach a bona fide spiritual master and live under his guidance. We have to take diksha from him without even the 64 items that our Rupa Goswami gives in the Nectar of Devotion. The first one is Guru Padashraya, then Diksha. So what is that Guru Padashraya? Taking shelter of the Guru, then taking initiation from the spiritual master. So it is a must. It's not that we live whimsically and we can get delivered. It's not possible. Even the mantra, you can chant the Hare Krishna mantra, definitely, there is no harm. But if it is received from the Guru, it has validity. Now, if it is not received from the Guru, it has benefit, but it's not validated that we can be, taken above the material existence. It has a benefit. It will bring you some spiritual benefit, definitely. But definitely, if you want to get out of the material existence, it should be, received from the Guru. That means we have to undergo the process of initiation, getting connected to the Sampradaya. Otherwise, it's not possible. So that's what Guru says, Sadhu says, and Shastra says. We have to believe it. It is Shabda Praman. It is Shabda Praman means it is coming from the right authority. So one should not think that no, we can take it lightly, no problem. I can live the way I want, then I can get liberated. It's not possible. It's not possible. That is very clearly mentioned in the Shastras. So when he is actually out of the body, then he is out of the clutches of the material modes of nature. But as long as he is not out of the material body, he should be neutral. So once we are out of the body, we are out of the clutches of material nature. But as long as we are within this body, we should behave neutral. We should maintain neutrality, equipoised. He should engage himself in the devotional service of the Lord so that his identity with the material body will automatically be forgotten. Now, when we are asked, who are we? I'll say, I'm so-and-so, Ramesh, Suresh, I'm Indian, I'm white, I'm doctor, I'm, engineer, I'm this, I'm that. Okay. like that. These are our designation. These are our identity. But are we that? No. These identities or upadhis are all temporary. Only for this particular body. After this body is perished, which body will get, we don't know. So our identity changes. I may be in the hawk's body or dog's body, demigod's body, ant's body, mosquito's body, or transcendental body, according to my karma, isn't it? So that's why these designations attached to this body are all temporary. So as long as we have this body, we are identifying that is connected to this body. But Krishna says you have to transcend and you have to be neutral. So when you are neutral, then only you will be eligible to transcend the three modes of material nature and go back home, back to Godhead. So when one is conscious of the material body, he acts only for sense gratification. Okay. So when we are in material consciousness, what's our priority? Sense gratification. When we are in Krishna consciousness, what's our priority? Satisfying Krishna. Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevanam Bhakti Vichyade. Okay. With our senses, we want to please the senses of the Supreme Lord Rishikesha. Okay. So when one is conscious of the material body, he acts only for sense gratification. But when one transfers the consciousness to Krishna, sense gratification automatically stops. So our priority is to satisfy the senses of the Supreme. One does not need this material body, and he does not need to accept the dictations of the material body, because we know that we are not the body, so we will not heed to the demands of the material body. Okay. Otherwise, whatever the body dictates, or the mind dictates, or the senses desires, we will try to fulfill that. But if we are in Krishna consciousness, if it is necessary, only then we'll fulfill the demands of the body. Isn't it? So that's why even the nectar of instruction, Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Jihva Vegam, Udaro Pasta Vegam, Edan Veganyo Vishaheda Dira, Sarvam Apimam Pritincha Sishya. Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha, Jihva, Udara Apasta. 6 urges one should control. He can only make disciples all over the world. He is fit to be a devotee, is a acharya. So, vacha. What is vacha? That is our speech. We should control our speech in such a way that it doesn't agitate others. It should be only beneficial to others. We should only increase the Krishna consciousness of others. So we have no prajalpa. That's vacha. Vega means urge. The urge to speak. Everyone wants to vibrate their tongue. For reasons, without reasons also. 24 hours we want to speak. Isn't it? This is the activity of the tongue. Good or bad. Whether it is needed or non-needed. We have the habit of speaking non-stop. Okay? And especially which will not bring any benefit either to the speaker nor to the listener. Such topics we are speaking. Okay, so we have to control that speech. So what we should speak? We should speak only if it is necessary. The material speech I am telling. But otherwise, we should always speak from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and other such scriptures, and we should do japa. That is okay. That's no problem. But as far as the material, mundane topics are concerned, we should limit to the bare minimum necessity. Because when we speak, what will happen? It is affecting our consciousness, isn't it? Whatever we are speaking, it is also affecting our consciousness. So we should speak to the minimum required only materially or about mundane topics. Rest of the time, you can be silent. Be silent doesn't mean that you should not speak. Silent means you can always be Krishna conscious and reading. So adhyaya. Okay, reading scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, doing kirtan, japa. All this is also mauna. Mauni means not that one who doesn't speak. Okay, he can speak. All Krishna conscious activities, he can do that. He is also a mauni only because he is not speaking nonsense. So that is vacho vekam. So control the urge of the speech, tongue. So we use the tongue for our speech. Manasa. Okay, what is manasa? The mind. The mind is like a monkey. We know that. What Arjuna says in Bhagavad Gita about mind? Chanchalam hi manaha Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vair ivasu dushkaram. Chanchal, it is restless, it obstinate, stubborn, isn't it? Adamant, flickering, very strong. So this is our mind. And in the Shastra, in our Shastra, it's also compared to a monkey. A monkey is not a normal monkey. A monkey who is totally drunk, liquor. Monkey, without drinking also, it is restless. It's jumping from one branch to another branch, keep jumping. Sometimes we tell the children, you are like a monkey only. You don't stay in one place. You jump here and there, you go from here and there, you do all this. You tell the children also, you are like a monkey. So monkey like that itself is not sitting in one place. So if that monkey is given, liquor, what will happen? Okay. And not only liquor, that monkey who is drunk is also bitten by so many scorpions. Just imagine what will be the condition of the monkey who is drunk and which is bitten by scorpions. Okay, not only scorpions bite, on top of that, the ghost has haunted that monkey. So just imagine what is the, plight of that monkey, which is drunk, which is bitten by scorpion, and which is haunted by ghost. So that is how our mind is. Shastra says our mind is compared to that sort of monkey. So the mind is accepting and rejecting. Thinking, willing, and feeling are the three aspects of the mind also. So mind wanders here and there. Mind is restless. I want this, I want that. I don't want this, I don't want that. It's restless. So we have to control the urge of the mind. You have to control the urge of the mind. Okay? Because mind wanders here and there. It will ask so many unwanted things. It wants to satisfy so many unwanted desires. We should control that. Krodha. Then next is Krodha. Okay. What is Krodha means? Anger. Right? Who doesn't get angry here in this assembly? In this class? Anybody is there who doesn't get angry? Okay. Everybody gets angry. For reason, without reason. Now, anger we cannot stop. If it is genuine anger for a reason that increases our Krishna consciousness, it's okay. Hanuman got angry. Okay. But Hanuman used that anger in Krishna's or Lord Rama's service. He set fire to the whole Lanka when he got angry. That was a service to Lord Ram. But when we get angry, only destruction happens. Isn't it? Only destructions. Destruction of our consciousness, destruction of so many things. Everything is destruction only. So anger should be controlled and no unnecessary anger. If at all one gets angry, it should be to increase the consciousness of Krishna consciousness of the self or the other person on whom we get angry. The guru can get angry on his disciple, chastise the disciple. Because if the disciple is not following properly, not listening properly, he has the right. The husband has the right to chastise the wife. I hope I'm not bringing controversy here. The parents have the right to, chastise the children for their betterment, not for sense gratification again, for improving them, to bring them into Krishna consciousness. So anger can be utilized in Krishna service in improving our Krishna conscious activity, but it should not be directed for our sense gratification. So there should be a control over anger. Okay. So vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jihva, then tongue. Tongue, or there is only one, but we use it for two. One we already explained. That is speech. Okay. The second one is eat. Okay. But that we are eating anything and everything. We should stop that. We should control. Even though our body doesn't require, we overeat. Okay. And we have health problem. We are eating that which we are not supposed to eat. We should control that. We should eat mitaharam, balanced food. Okay. Not overeat, not less also. So we should control the tongue. First one is for speaking, that we already mentioned. Second one is only prasadam we should eat. Not from anywhere, from anyone. We should see that the person who is cooking should be a devotee. This is the real sattvic food I am telling. Vegetarian, and it should be cooked with love and devotion. With love and devotion. That should be, consumed, not from anyone and anybody. And last time I told you, I think, about Gaur Govind Maharaj, Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj. He was invited for a program in Orissa, in his hometown. There was a big program. Okay. So many devotees had attended that program. So after the program, the prasadam, that is our initial this thing, the prasadam was served. So for Maharaj, the host had specifically made some, prasadam. For the general public, different type of prasadam. For Maharaj, special prasadam was prepared. So the host, Prabhu, served Maharaj that special prasadam, and along with that, he took 2 bowls of the general prasadam and also served. So Maharaj sat there for honoring the prasadam. He saw that, and the 2 bowls, which was general prasadam, Maharaj doesn't know that. Okay, the host Prabhu kept it. Let these 2 items also be given to. So the Maharaj saw that 2 bowls, he moved it aside and he honored the rest of the prasadam. And he didn't touch that 2 bowls, which are, general prasadam. Then he got up. Then the house Prabhu asked Maharaj, if you don't mind, Maharaj, you didn't honor that 2, prasadam which were kept in the bowls. Okay. Maybe know what is the reason why you didn't honor it. Then Maharaj immediately said, it was not cooked with love. How Maharaj knew it? Because it was outsourced. That prasadam was outsourced. Okay. General prasadam was not prepared with love and devotion. This is with love and devotion. The host Prabhu and Maharaj is, because Maharaj is coming, with that love and affection they had made it and offered to Krishna and give. The other general prasadam was outsourced. It was not made by the devotees in the house. It was not by devotees. Prabhu, Maharaj could make out. He immediately said it was not cooked with love and devotion. So I didn't eat it. So that's why it means that if you really want to maintain our Krishna consciousness, We should eat only prasadam. Yatne sishtasino santo muchande sarva kilbishi punjade te gampavam e pachanti atma karanat. If we are not eating the remnants that are offered to Lord Sri Krishna, we are eating verily sin. Yatne sishtasino santo. So we should eat the remnants that is offered to Krishna as prasadam. We should not eat anything that are not offered to Krishna, to Supreme Lord, and not only offering with love and devotion. Got it? So that is Jivva Vegam. Udar, again, our stomach. What goes into the stomach? Food. So food that are not offered to the Supreme Lord should not be consumed. So we should have only Krishna Prasadam and on time sattvic food offered to Supreme Lord. Because, and that it is said that 50% we should fill with food, 25% with water, 25% with air. We should leave for space for Vayu. So balanced food. Otherwise, the stomach. Okay. So Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Jivva Vegam, Udaro, Apashta, then genitals. That also should be regulated only within the within the marriage only. We should not have any relation mentally, physically, or whatever sort it is. We should not have any thought also about outside the wedlock. So that also should be controlled. So these 6 items, 3 out of that 6, 3 are subtle, 3 are gross. Who can control these 6 urges? They are 100% Krishna conscious, they are saintly, they are sadhus. They are called Goswamis, one who can control the senses. And otherwise, they are called Dasa. Those who cannot control the 6 urges of the body, they are called Dasa. Those who can control the 6 urges, they are called Goswami. Okay. Sorry, I just got. Which was this verse? This one? Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
So 22 to 25 we are studying.
Yeah, okay. So where you stop the purport? Yeah, here. When one is conscious of the material body, he acts only for sense gratification. But when one transfers the consciousness to Krishna, sense gratification automatically stops. One does not need this material body, and he does not need to accept the dictations of the material body. Okay, so when we are in material consciousness, we accept the dictations of the material body. We will not be able to, control the urges of the senses, as we have mentioned, explain the 6 urges. The qualities of the material modes in the body will act, but as spirit soul, the self is aloof from such activities. Okay, see, actually, the self, the soul, is aloof from all these activities. Unfortunately, it is, it is bound up with these activities because it is encaged in this material body. It is encaged in this material body. That is how it is in a pitiable, pathetic condition. Who? The self, the Atma. It doesn't want to remain here because that is not its innate nature. Sachidananda, the soul, the Atma is Sachidananda. But unfortunately, it is, just encaged in self. Not engaged, encaged, C-A-G-E-D, in this material body. So that soul is identifying with this body and the resultant activities of the body. So the qualities of the material modes in the body will act, but as spirit soul, the self is aloof from such activities. How does he become aloof? He does not decide to enjoy the body, nor does he decide to get out of it. Thus, transcendently situated, the devotee becomes automatically free. He need not try to become free from the influence of the modes of material nature. Okay. So a devotee who is maintaining this neutrality need not specifically endeavor to become free from the three modes of material nature. That will automatically happen because his behavior, his activities are such, he is not at all affected with the dualities of material nature. He is above. The next question concerns the dealings of a transcendently situated person. The materially situated person is affected by so-called honor and dishonor offered to the body. But the transcendently situated person is not affected by such false honor and dishonor. We know in the Shikshashtakam, Tranadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sahishnunam, Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sada. Amanina Manadena. No? Not expecting any respect from others. And Manadena, we are giving all respect to others. So this is the position of a pure devotee. So a devotee is not at all concerned whether it is honored or dishonored. He maintains equanimity or he maintains equal position in either case. He accepts things that are favorable for his duty in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, he has no necessity of anything material. Okay. So whatever favorable he accepts, okay, and whatever unfavorable he rejects. Okay. Anukulasya sankalpa, pratikulasya varjanam. Okay. Whatever is favorable, he will accept. Whatever is unfavorable, he will reject. He is equally disposed. Sorry. He accepts things that are favorable for his duty in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, he has no necessity of anything material, either a stone or gold. Okay, whether it is a stone or gold, it's all same for a devotee. He takes everyone as his dear friend who helps him in his execution of Krishna consciousness. So that devotee is Uttama Adhikari. He will not even differentiate who is a friend, who is an enemy. Isn't it? So, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he was also known as Ajata Shatru. What is Ajata Shatru mean? One who doesn't have any enemies, who doesn't treat anyone as his enemy. Even Duryodhana, he didn't treat him as enemy. He used to call him Suyodhana, not Duryodhana, because Duryodhana, it's a negative connotation. Okay, Suyodhana is positive connotation. So, he should not be, sad. Oh, Duryodhana he has a negative connotation name. So he used to even call him Suyodhana, and he was not envious. He was not having any enmity towards Duryodhana. So he was called Ajata Shatru. So that is how he was maintaining the relationship. So equal level, because he knows perfectly well that he has nothing to do with material existence. Social and political issues do not affect him. Social and political issues do not affect him because he knows the situation of temporary upheavals and disturbances. It is going to happen. This is a material world. This is a place full of miseries. There will be upheavals and disturbances. There will be good and bad. There will be so many reversals. But it's not going to affect him. He does not attempt anything for his own sake. He can attempt anything for Krishna, but for his personal self, he does not attempt anything. But by such behavior, one becomes actually transcendently situated. If it is to him, he will not bother at all. If he is disrespected, he doesn't bother. But at the same time, if the God is blasphemed or disrespected, he will use his anger that time to correct the situation, to chastise that person, whoever is blaspheming or belittling. So for himself, devotee doesn't bother. So that is how a devotee is beyond the three modes of material nature, guna ati, or he sees everything with equal vision. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, Brahmine Gavi Hasini, Suni Chaiva Swapake Cha, Pandita Samadarshana. Pandita Samadarshana, with equal vision he sees. It doesn't discriminate there. Because he sees the same divinity in each and every living being. Okay, Hare Krishna. So, text 26 is next week we'll take. So, here we'll stop. So, any comments or any questions? Yes. Arul, how are you?
Hare Krishna, I'm fine, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Anandam. Kamya, how are you?
Hey Krishna Prabhuji, I'm fine. How's
Hare
Mataji?
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
How are you? How are you, Prabhuji?
Yeah, Krishna's mercy, all fine.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, yeah.
My daughter got this IISc university in Bangalore, isn't it, Prabhuji?
Oh, Haribol.
Actually, we thought to join in medicine, but we got in IISc also. So
IAS,
today,
no?
IISc, Indian Institute of Science
Ah,
and
okay,
Research
okay.
in
Indian
Bangalore.
in Bangalore, right? It's very nice. Very nice
Uh,
institute. Okay.
So we joined in that one, Prabhuji. Today only she got that
Oh,
admission.
okay. Very good.
I want to inform, and please bless me.
Congratulations. So let's chant Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna Mata, so this is not the medical.
No, Prabhuji.